Hello, hi everybody, hello. It's Sarah here, Sarah Macaulay Studio, and I am a content creator for Aussie Decor Transfers. And if you're watching me live, you're on the Aussie Decor Transfer Facebook page where we do all sorts of creative stuff and demos, as some of you already know. So it's Monday evening here. I'm in Sydney, Australia. Hi Sharon, thanks for joining, hun. And I've got a really beautiful extra large stencil that I'm going to be working with. Hey Elizabeth, hi Jessie, how are you ladies? Have you guys seen this one before? This is the Kaleidoscope Stencil. It's one of the new range of stencils. Hey Jessie. It's a really unique design and I've been really looking forward to working with it. And because we've just finished our Christmas challenge, which I know a lot of you watched, you guys were such great supporters, we had a ball doing it. I'm actually going to continue with a bit of Christmassy stuff. I'm going to make some wrapping paper and some greeting cards. Hi Yvonne, how are you love? Thanks for joining. So this stencil is the same size as the other extra large stencils. It's size A1. It's big, it's 20 by 24 inches if you measure in inches, or just over 50 times just over 60 centimetres. So if you've got a piece of furniture that you want to use this on, works beautifully like across the top of a piece of furniture. You don't have to use all of it as well. It actually can be really nice just to use one of these circles. You know, if you want to do that, put it on your piece of furniture, put a little bit of blue tape over the areas you don't want to stencil through, and then you can create your own design with that. Hey Liz, good morning. How are you, my love? Thank you for watching. So I'm going to get started. I have been to the dollar store and I have thought, hi Barbara, bought some boring brown rolls of paper. And I've just popped a bit of chalk paint on a couple of them. And I'm going to just experiment with the Kaleidoscope Stencil on some different backgrounds. This was just roughly painted. It's not going to be a perfect thing. It's just a fun, crafty way of making your own gift wrap that's a little bit unique. You know, it's really lovely to receive a gift which someone's put a bit of thought into, whether it's a handmade gift or even if the gift wrap is handmade. It's a bit of fun. I also found in my stash I had a couple of brown paper bags. I've again just experimented with a few different colours. And I've got some blank greeting cards. I've got all sorts of things. So I'm just going to get started and we'll see how we go with timing. And I'm hoping I can use a few different colours. I've got my metallics out because I just love my metallics. These are all from the Artisan range, which is Australian. It's Australian chalk paint, but these are really yummy metallics. You can see I love these and use them all the time. I've got a copper, I have the gold, I have the silver. This one's been going since last Christmas, still not used up. But a lot of the other chalk paint brands have metallics in their range. So you guys have probably all got your favourites that you like to use too. So I might tilt you down so you can see what I'm doing. I hope you're all having a beautiful morning for the US ladies and the Aussie ladies. I hope you've had a good day. I've had a great day today. I wasn't working today and I got lots of errands done, and I did start thinking about Christmas because my family are all overseas, so I thought, well, it doesn't hurt to start early, and if I'm going to make my own cards I need to get them in the post fairly soon. So I'm just going to randomly position my Kaleidoscope Stencil on my paper. Let me grab my blue tape. Excuse me just one moment. I will be right back because I can see it at the other end of the table. My apologies. Right, I've got my blue tape. I thought I was so well organised as well. Liz, yeah, someone tag Amber. It's always fun to have her on the call, although I know she's a busy lady. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of tape, and I thought I might use silver against this pale blue to get that, you know, slightly icy, snowflakey look. What do you think? What do you think, everyone? And I'm just gonna make sure my brush is fairly dry. I'm using just kitchen towel to wipe off the excess paint so that it doesn't make too much of a mess under my stencils. And I'm just gonna work with this lovely design and see what it looks like. In fact, it would be really good to have a snowflake stencil. This is, I think this will look a little bit like snowflakes, but I was just thinking that would be a nice one to have in the range. I use all of these stencils all the time. In fact, I have the Art Deco arches out as well in case I get time to use that. That's another of my favourites. So what did you ladies think of the Christmas challenge? Hi Samantha, thanks for watching. It was very much fun to be part of. It was a real privilege to be part of that because there was so much excitement and build up to it. We felt, you know, I know all the brand ambassadors and content creators felt very supported, and it was wonderful to have such great audiences watching. And we you know, we all love to watch each other too, and you know, have a little bit of the banter going. It's so much fun. And I just thought all the teams did so well and did it really differently because there's so many different personalities in the teams. So remember to vote if you haven't voted already. Jump on over to the Creative Club page. Jessie, they were really awesome, weren't they, Jessie? They were just... it actually gave me so many ideas for making Christmas gifts too. With the True Blue transfers. If you haven't seen the Christmas products, please jump on the website and take a peek of them. I know some of them have begun to sell out. If you want to jump on and have a look, the link is above this video. Look, it's an affiliate link, so if you jump onto the website, have a little look around, you'll find the Christmas transfers and the Christmas decoupage papers. Yvonne, yes it does, it's the extra large Kaleidoscope Stencil. And that's on the website too, so pop on and have a look. I'm not going to stencil this whole piece of paper because I want to show you quite a few things tonight, so I think I'm going to do bits of lots of things and we can decide which ones are good and which ones are going to be fun Christmas things. Like all the other stencils, this one is thick, it's flexible, it's made of mylar, you can reuse these again and again. I clean mine up afterwards just with a baby wipe or you know, one of those you know, kitchen wipes or something like that, and they clean up so nicely. I don't even put them in the sink because they're so big. I normally pop them on the floor, piece of newspaper or on top of a cloth or something like that. Give them a really good wipe down and pop them away. I keep them in there, save the plastic sleeve that they come in, pop them back in these and just keep reusing them. And they will last you a really long time. I've seen some of you in the Creative Club doing beautiful work on furniture with these. like, and you can obviously use them in conjunction with the other product as well. So you might do a little bit of stencil, a little bit of transfers as well. Liz is making a beautiful Christmas box using Aussie decoupage paper. Oh, Liz, how gorgeous. Yes, I was very inspired by seeing some of the Christmas boxes. I made one with the Christmas hoot decoupage paper because I just thought he was so cute, and I know quite a few people use the elf and they're so easy to do, but you know, really impactful. Too. And I know that if you want to look at some fairly inexpensive options as well, I know that Deb is selling some of the transfers individually. So the True Blue transfer pack has got many transfers in it, but there is the option to buy some of the little transfers separately, and they're just gorgeous. There's so many of them. Okay, so I've done probably a quarter of this piece of paper, and let's have a quick look at it because I can continue with this later, and I've got some other colours and stuff I want to use. So I'm going to just lift this up and see what this looks like. Okay, all right, so I'll try and give you a close-up. It's a little bit difficult to see in this light, but you get a really quite nice metallic finish on there. And you could do it across all your gift wrap or just a piece of it, totally up to you. In fact, I think it might look nice just randomly placed across the gift wrap rather than uniformly across the whole thing. Elizabeth says I need about $10,000 to purchase everything I want. You and me both, Elizabeth. I hear you, honey. It's anyway, seriously jump on and have a look at the pieces of transfer because it's not expensive to buy, you know, one or two. So I think because I'm on a bit of a roll with my silver, I think I might do a little gift wrap, gift bag. Okay, Liz. Liz is asking what brand is the metallics again, please. Liz, these are an Australian brand called Artisan, which unfortunately is only available in Australia, but it's a water-based chalk paint. It's got silica in it, which gives it the metallic gleam, and they're really gorgeous. But I know that some of the US brands do fabulous metallics. I think Dixie Belle do, and I think Fusion do. And if you're not sure, reach out to Wendy Vaughan, our brand ambassador in Idaho, because she will know exactly which of the US ranges stock metallics. And she'll be happy to help you, I'm sure. Thank you, Yvonne. Yvonne says very effective. So this is you know, not a typical Christmas colour, but because in Australia we have very, very hot Christmases, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a cooler colour. So I'm going to again do the silver on this cool colour, and then I think I might move on to a copper and a gold. Oh, Liz is in the UK. Right, sorry, Liz. Sorry. Don't ask Wendy then. Why did I think you're in the US? I'm not sure. Sorry, my apologies. So, Siobhan is your person to ask about UK brands of metallics. And she might even jump on and watch this, so she'll be able to help. Liz, whereabouts are you, Han? Because there might be, you know, there'll be some stockists near you who might be able to point you in the right direction as well. But I know that Siobhan does use metallics, and she uses all sorts of different paint brands, so she'll know the answer. Yeah. Actually, I don't. I know that you're in New Jersey, Elizabeth, and I've just assumed that Liz was in the US because I know you ladies are all communicating and chatting. But how cool is it that we can all just be on calls at the same time? It's so much fun, and to be able to share ideas and share tips and stuff. I've learnt so much from bringing this team. So I'm quite liking, I think this little bag's going to look quite cute. And I didn't even buy these bags, they were just bags that I had from, when you buy something in a store and you just get a brown paper bag. Although my son took some of them for his Halloween candy, so I've got fewer than I thought I would have. I think he's still in a sugar coma from yesterday. It's Monday here for us, so we're a whole day past Halloween. Okay, so this is quite nice too. I'm hoping that you might be able to see that. That's come out quite nice. Again, it's very difficult with light reflection to show you, but it's quite a nice decorative little bag. It takes 2 minutes. Elizabeth says, "I'll really confuse you after next week. I'll be in DE." Where's that? Where is DE? I'm trying to think which state that is. For someone who doesn't know all the states. And I'm going to move on, I think, to a larger bag here. This one's, I've tried to do it like a little bit moody and cloudy, and thought this might be fun. And I think what I'm going to do is experiment a little bit. I've also got my Art Deco Archer stencil out. You ladies know this one. So this is, again, same size as the A1 size, same thick mylar stencil, great quality, fabulous for furniture. I used this on my little koi and lotus cupboard and just loved it. So I'm going to experiment with this one, and then I'm going to come back, I think, to my kaleidoscope in a minute. So what colour do you think I should use on this background? I was thinking of either copper or gold. What do you reckon? Which do you think would look nice against the moody blues? Yell out, let me know. Let me know, I'm getting my paint ready. I'll put my silver away for a moment. Gold or copper against the blue. Yvonne says copper. Liz says both. Ooh. You know what? I think I might use the copper, and then I might use gold on the greeting card. So the copper is so gorgeous. Can you see that? I've been using this on so many things, and it looks really good against green, like greenish colours, green, olive green, sage green, duck egg blue, all those greenish chalk paints. So I've used it on heaps of furniture. I'm going to switch to a fresh brush, and because there's not much left in my pot, I'm just going to go straight in. Again, I'm going to just blot off my brush see how this works. Might tape it a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. Can you believe it's November already? It feels, you know, it feels like the year is rushing to an end. Would that stencil go with the Flapper Girl poster? You mean this Art Deco one, Yvonne? Yeah, I think it would, because it's the same sort of era, isn't it? I think it could look amazing. It would really complement that design. I hope you can get good reception, Elizabeth. I know that sometimes when you're watching the live it starts breaking up, and it's difficult to tell from my end when that's happening. It can be just a Wi-Fi issue. So this, yeah, this copper I think is going to look quite nice against the blue. So if anyone in my family is watching, my sister, I haven't seen your name pop up, Val, but you might be watching, and if my mummy is watching, hi mummy, you're going to get a present in this gift wrap, so I hope you like it, because everyone's going to get this, and a card, might even get a homemade gift as well. I'm trying to avoid Amazon this year. They've already got enough money. So how many of you have actually used one of the Christmas products yet? Have any of you dived in with the Luxe papers or the Tribly transfers? I'm going to be running a few Christmas workshops in December where we're going to use the Tribly transfers, and I think we're going to use them to make wine coolers, which again, if you're in a northern hemisphere, that might sound not very Christmassy, but the Australian Christmas is all about being outdoors, you know, barbecues, sitting around the swimming pool, go to picnics, so wine coolers are actually, you know, pretty useful. Make nice presents as well. So anyway, we're going to do metal wine coolers with transfers on, which I think could be, yeah, really fun. I need something a bit different. Oh, okay, so this is, I think this is going to look good. There we go. So has anyone got a piece of furniture on the go at the moment? Anything fun that you're working on? I know, Jessie, I know you've been doing quite a bit. Yvonne, I know you've got some projects up your sleeve. Anyone else got anything cool they're working on? I haven't got any furniture on the go right now, but I think I need to find something for my next live in a fortnight's time, because I've got a beautiful poster print and I'm not sure what I'm going to use it on yet. I'm just looking for the inspiration. Oh, Liz, that's lovely to hear. Liz says, all my mum's family in Australia. I spent the year there. My favourite place is Byron Bay. Yeah, it's gorgeous up there. I'm glad you had that experience, Liz. it's exciting that Australia's opening its borders for travel again as well. So Liz is working on a beautiful box with are you using one of the Christmas Luxes, Liz? And an occasional table. Oh, that could be nice and fun. Okay, I'm going to do a few more of these Art Deco arches. I think maybe 2 or 3 more, and then we'll have a look at it, what it looks like. It's quite interesting stenciling on paper. I haven't really done much of it before, but this brown paper is quite nice and thick, so it's not going through the paper, it's not making it all it's not making it soggy or anything, so that's good. Oh, you've got that elf. Yeah, it's so cute, isn't it, Liz? Love it. All the designs are just lovely. And there's always something new. I'm just amazed. Great. Okay, I think I'm going to do 2 more. And then we'll have a look at the cards. One. A little bit more. Liz says, I got the last Christmas transfer in the UK. No way, Liz. Nice work. Wow, they sold out pretty quick, didn't they? Amazing. We waited for them for ages to be shipped in, and then they just went like hotcakes. I hope you enjoy using it. That's fun. I've still got lots of them to use. I've only used the red cardinal bird. If you didn't see that, he's pretty good, this guy. And on the back I used the rest of the design on his sheet, which is a, what are those flowers called? I can't remember, it'll come to me. Yell out if you know. It's that red flower that blooms at Christmas time. Poinsettia, that's it. Came to me. But there's some gorgeous little wreaths in the pack as well, so I'll definitely be using those. Okay, I'm not being very exacting with this, but the paper is taking the paint really nicely, and because it's gift wrap, you know, it's not going to be, it doesn't have to be a work of art that's going on the wall. It's going to get cut up and wrapped around something. Alright, I might just do this little bit. Hi Christy, thanks for joining, Han. If anyone has just jumped on, you are watching the Aussie Decor Transfer Facebook page. I'm Sarah. I'm one of the content creators based in Sydney, Australia, and I'm using a couple of stencils tonight. I've just been demonstrating the Kaleidoscope Stencil, and now this is the Art Deco arches. Just making some gift wrap, and I'm going to have a look at some Christmas cards in just a moment. Okay, so I'm just going to move my Art Deco. Oh, quite like this one. Whoever chose the copper, good choice. Very good choice, I like that a lot. I'll try and hold it back so you can see it. I don't know what's the best way if you see it. The light is not quite right, but it actually looks quite like fireworks. Hi Isabel, thank you for joining, Han. So that's quite nice. It looks a bit like a night sky with fireworks. I'm really happy with that. Okay, so I'm just going to move that to one side and we can have a look at options for Christmas cards, because I've got I dug these out of my stash from last year and I've got some black and some gold. So I thought I'm going to go back to the Kaleidoscope. For those of you who missed the Kaleidoscope, it looks like this. It's really very pretty, you know, with echoes of snowflakes and flowers and all sorts of cool stuff. But I think I might work on the black background. I've got some black cards here and they're just the blank ones that you get in hobby shops and craft shops. I think I got these from an office supply store. Hey Becky, how are you, Han? And I think I might continue with the copper colour and do a copper, a little copper. I wonder if I can get a Kaleidoscope on. Almost get it on. I'm just going to attempt this anyway. And we'll see how it works out. So if you do invest in a stencil, you can use it for so many things. I find them good value because you just wipe them. As long as you store them nice and safe, just wipe them down with a baby wipe or something when you've finished to get the paint off. I try and do it fairly soon after I've used them, because if you come back to them a few days later, it's a little bit harder to get the paint off. And I'm using a metallic chalk paint. Hi Colleen, how are you, Han? Thanks for watching. I know it's a bit early for Christmas stuff, but why not, you know? Why not? Doesn't hurt to be a bit early, because things always tend to speed up in December, I find. And everyone gets busy. I can't actually see where my card starts and finishes, so I'm just going to do the whole of this one bit of Kaleidoscope. All right, I think that's all right. Oh, that's quite cute. My stencil wobbled a little bit, but I don't think it matters. There we go. That's quite, you know, so quick and easy. How long did that take? Like a minute or something. So if I've got the energy, I'll do a whole stash of those. Thanks for the hearts, guys. You're always so kind. And I also want to do a gold card and see. Oh yeah, well yeah, it's good for ideas, isn't it? Thank you. Thanks, Elizabeth. And while I was preparing this evening, thanks Isabel, I was just thinking about some little leftover pieces of posters that I have. Remember this one, the Japanese chrysanthemum? I think that might be my favourite poster. I've got a little bit of this Thai gold damask, tiny bit of the gold bird and flower. So I was even thinking, what if I did a card, I might use a gold card with a bit of poster print and a bit of stencil. I have no idea what this is going to look like, but in fact it sort of ruins that kaleidoscope a little bit if you stick something on top. And I might try cutting and sticking my poster print anyway. And we can just do a little bit of embellishment around the edge with the stencil. How about that? So somewhere I have a craft knife buried under here. Here it is. I'm just going to move my stencil for a sec. Somewhere I have my ruler. Here it is. Okay. And I think I might just bend it so I know where to cut. So I'm going to cut it maybe along there. And maybe along there. Okay. Get some of the red on it. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay. So this isn't, again, terribly scientific, but I don't really like measuring things. I tend to use all bits of these posters because even teeny bits like this, you can make little bookmarks and collages. I've got a very clever friend who's an art therapist, and she does all sorts of cool mixed media things. She works in a hospital where she works with patients doing cool stuff, so she's very good for inspiration as well. Okay, apart from being slightly wonky, that's okay. I'm just going to neaten it up a little bit. So I think the red could look quite good on the gold card. What do you think? And maybe a teeny bit of, I might just dust some red paint around the edges, or gold paint. Now where's my glue? Somewhere in here. Excuse me. Got a bit of glue. This is wood glue. It's a strong water-based glue. I mean, you don't need wood glue obviously for paper, but this is sort of my go-to glue from my Bunnings hardware store that I use pretty much for everything. So this is what I'm going to use. But for these poster prints, you can use all sorts of glues. You can use, you know, your PVA craft glue. You can use extra strong wood glues. Anything that's got a bit of staying power is good. And I'm just popping a little bit of glue on the back of my poster. Another thing I use bits of these posters for is decorating old vintage books. You know, if you pop a bit of chalk paint on a hardback book, let it dry, and then, you know, you can use your little scraps of fabric and your bits of posters and your bits of luxes, and I could literally spend all day doing this stuff. I just love it. Love it, love it. If I had more time, I would just do this all the time. Okay, here we go. My chrysanthemum is going on. I've got blobbed a tiny bit of glue around the edge, but I don't think that's going to matter. And I'm not going to seal that or do anything with it because it's it just makes a cute little card. And I might now, where's my gold? Because we haven't used the gold yet, so I might get a bit of the gold out and do a tiny bit of embellishment. Thanks everyone. I really appreciate you watching. I know you're all busy people. Right, so how about, here's an idea. Let me move my glue out the way again. Here's an idea. The edge of my Kaleidoscope Stencil has got some tiny little design that almost looks like leaves. I probably should have done this before putting the poster print on, had I thought of it, but it wasn't that organised. So I'm going to tape this on And I'm going to do that tiny little design along the edge and see what it looks like. I'll get a little clean brush. A little bit of gold. The gold is lovely. It's very, very, very sparkly and pretty. Turn that over. Okay, and just going to dab the gold. I mean, gold on gold, who knows if it's going to show up, but at least it will give a little bit of pizzazz and sparkle, right? Can't have too much sparkle at Christmas. So let's just have a peek. Oh yeah, it's very subtle. I quite like it. I'll show you. Can you see that? Just along the edge. It's a little bit of subtle design. Hey Elizabeth, I'm using a similar brush. I'm not using, I mean it is the same brush, but because I don't have time to wash in between, I've got 3 on the go. I've got my copper, I've got my gold, and I've got my silver somewhere. Silver one's gone walkabout, but yeah, they're all the same. They're all stencil brushes, very stiff bristles, which I like. Again, just from a craft store or online retailer. And I'm just gonna, I'm hoping that I can finish this while we're online together. I don't have too much more time, but I'm enjoying this and I appreciate you staying on. So I'm going to do a little bit more edging my card, and then I better go and eat my dinner. And now I'm doing this, it's giving me more ideas for digging out more bits of poster print. I mean, you could even do it with you can even get old pieces of gift wrap out, right? And mix and match with old gift wrap, bits of stencil, bits of transfer. Just make it up as you go along. Oh, okay, nearly there. Nearly there. So the next few lives, actually, I've got a bit of a theme going because the poster print I'm going to be doing is Moroccan style, and then 2 weeks after that I'm doing Moroccan stencils. So that's going to be fun. I'm exploring some ideas with that. Okay. I've done all my edges. Let's see what that looks like. So here's the little card. Again, it's a little bit subtle because it's gold on gold. Just gives it a nice little sparkle around the edge. I think it makes, makes it a little bit Christmassy. Or you could, that could equally be a birthday card. Thanks, Yvonne. And again, so simple. Just, you can use whatever you've got around the house. None of this cost me really anything. A roll of brown paper, a few cards from the craft hobby shop. Elizabeth, these don't cost much. You don't need dollars for this. You need your scraps. You need 1 stencil and a bunch of old scraps. So I think this is really budget friendly. Oh, thank you everyone. You always are so kind. You make it all worthwhile. Let me tilt you up a minute so that I can finish off. So we've done the gold card with the red chrysanthemum and the kaleidoscope stencil around the edge. Yeah, that's hard, Elizabeth. You do have to be very creative, don't you, and stretch the budget. I do understand. This one is copper on black. That one ended up a bit smudgy because I didn't take my stencil down, so it's not perfect, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. And what else did we do? We did the Stormy Moody bag with the Art Deco stencil. Quite like that one. I like the contrast of the colours. And I started some gift wrap with my silver kaleidoscope. So I've got plenty more to do. When I get time to come back in my Santa workshop again, plenty more to do. But any questions, yell out. I'll be checking back through the comments. If I've missed any, I will respond to you as soon as I can. And yeah, just shoot through any questions you might have. Jump on the website, have a little look around the products. Make sure you're following the Aussie Decor page. Do follow my page, Sarah Macaulay Studio, and I know a lot of you are already in the Creative Club Facebook group, but that is so cool and brilliant for ideas and so on. So, and it's a fun place to hang out. Just is a fun group of people. So I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for joining. I've really appreciated it. And I will see you in 2 weeks' time with Moroccan gorgeous stuff. See you soon. Bye.